am the chair for the Northwest Indiana Walk to End Alzheimer's. We have 3 walks. We have Lake County, Porter County, and LaPorte County. I started volunteering with the Alzheimer's Association in July of 2019. This was after my mom passed away. Her name was Sarah Releford. She had dementia. She was diagnosed in, was it 2013? Or was it 2014? Because she went into the facility, was it 2014 or 2015?
2015.
2015. She was there almost 4 years. And when my mom had gotten sicker, like a few months before she passed, I remember standing in her room and I was talking to my dad, and I told him I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to volunteer to help other people, other families dealing with Alzheimer's and all other forms of dementia. So she passed away, unfortunately, on May 11, 2019, and like I said, started volunteering in July of 2019. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I knew I just wanted to go in and volunteer. They had an opening for the walk co-chair at that time. And so I'm the type of person, I just said, well, wherever you need me, I'll do whatever needs to be done. And I've been there since then. We've graduated from 2 walks in Northwest Indiana up to 3. But a little bit about my mom. She, like I said, was diagnosed in 2014, November, I believe, of 2014 with dementia. I actually moved away to Ohio in September 2012. And I remember her standing in the kitchen, and her dad had Alzheimer's at the time. She looked at me and she said, "Angie, I don't want to be like Daddy." And in my mind, I thought, oh, I felt so bad for her because I sadly could already see signs. There were small signs, but I saw some signs where she was having some memory issues as well. And as time progressed, it got worse. And even though Mom is gone, I always tell people, the people in the Alzheimer's Association understand that. My mom didn't know about, I remember when MySpace was out. That was our first version of social media. And and then there was MySpace, then Facebook. And she was so funny. She says, Angie, she called it Spacebook, so she put them together. And I always joke with people. I say, well, now my mom is Facebook famous because I tell her story on social media, and I tell her story to anybody. And I will run my mouth about Alzheimer's and dementia in regards to my mom, because I don't like to see anybody, any family, going through that type of pain, especially when you don't have to. You can't control the disease. You can't control who the disease affects. I tell people it doesn't care how much money you have, what color, what race, creed, or color you are. It's the type of disease that just doesn't care. But there are resources out there to help you out. So any way that I can help to get the word out about the Alzheimer's Association and tell my mom's story, so that people know that they're not alone and that there are things that you can do so that you don't have to struggle, because it is a struggle. One of my friends in Ohio said it best. She said, it's like you're losing your loved one twice, because I watched my mom decline, and then when she finally died on May 11th of 2019, you know, you mourn for. I mourned for her because I lost the mom that I knew all those years, the only mom I ever knew. And then when she actually physically left this earth, I mourned again. But along the road, as far as Alzheimer's and dementia goes, there are many resources through the Alzheimer's Association that people can take advantage of. There's an 800 number that individuals can call. If you go to alz.org, all of those resources are listed for you. And we're here. We're here. Like I said, we have 3 walks. September 18th is the walk, the Lake County walk. October 2nd, we have the walk in Valparaiso. And then October 8th, we have the walk in Michigan City. I think I may have gotten those 2 switched up, the last 2, so I do apologize about that. But we do have, there's so many things available. And I'm just thankful that the Alzheimer's Association is around so that I can not only tell my mom's story, but my story can help other people. Dad did everything he could because he wanted to keep my mom here in the house, and which I understand. But it became a point, I remember telling him, I was like, he said he didn't want her to feel like he had thrown her away. I said, well, Daddy, you know, there are facilities, those facilities you can go any time of day and visit Mom. And it just so happened, I'm a night owl. So when I was in Ohio, I'd come in whatever hour of the night. When I moved back home in 2018, I would leave my job and I'd go up there and visit my mom 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It didn't matter. Just so I could spend some time with her. I remember walking in one time, she was laying on the bed, her eyes were wide open. And I looked at her, I said, Mom, what are you doing awake? I said, were you waiting on me? And she goes, yeah. Now, I don't know if it was true or not, because she did go kind of back and forth, what I call them mommy moments. She wouldn't remember my name, but she knew we were important to her. And it's the oddest thing to know that, you know, and then she'd get frustrated. I'd be like, Mom, Mom. Kind of like Stewie Griffin on Family Guy. I keep calling Mom, but she wouldn't remember that she was a mom. But when you kept calling her, I said, Mom, Mom, Mom. She goes, what? But when she could look at us and tell when something was wrong. And she would call us Bae, my sister and I. She said, Bae, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm okay. She says, no, you're not. Tell me the truth. You know, so she had those little mommy moments, and then she'd slip away again. God, Christmas
was her favorite holiday.
Favorite time of the year. She would we would all decorate inside the house. My dad would go downstairs and he'd bring everything up or line it up. My sister and I, we had like an assembly line going.
Take me a week
to set everything up. He would set up everything outside. And then when they started doing the inflatables, he had to go out and they get the inflatables all out in the yard. He put everything up on the roof. I think at our height, how many trees? Six or seven? Six trees in the house.
6 trees in the house.
A living room, dining room, family room.
Downstairs.
When you get downstairs, and when you go downstairs, there's a landing. There was a tree there. There was a tree in the bedroom back here. Then she had little trees all over the place. She loved Christmas. Oh my goodness. It was just...
And the animated.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. The animated figurines were set up they were on the floor, and then they were right here. I mean, they were all over the place. She just really loved Christmas. It's very easy to get frustrated, but you have to learn. You learn quickly. You cannot show that frustration to the person who's dealing with Alzheimer's, because they're already frustrated enough. I remember watching my mom. You could tell when she was trying to remember something, but you could kind of see the wheels in her mind going. She was trying so hard, and it could be the simplest of things. It's frustrating to you, but can you imagine how it is on that person? And my main piece of advice is meet them where they are. My mom didn't remember, like I said, a lot of times that she had 2 daughters. It hurt like hell. But I had to remember that. Oh, were we gonna say Dad?
Yeah, there were times that she didn't remember I was her husband.
Yeah.
Even though we were married 49 years, you know. She denied me being a husband. Plus, you can't do it alone. Mm-hmm. One person can't do it. Yeah. Eventually, you have to put him in some kind of home, you know.
Or have some help come into the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the hardest thing I ever had to do, you know. But you can't do it. I don't wish it on nobody. Mm-hmm. Nobody. It's hard.
In the black community, and this is, and people say, well, everybody does this. They do. But in the black community, we have a tendency to act like everything's a secret. Everything's a secret. You know, oh, we can't talk about this and we can't do this. Well, no, Alzheimer's and dementia it affects everybody. And it's not something for you to be ashamed of. You have to learn to ask for help, and it's okay. Caregivers, you have to take care of yourself. Because if you run yourself down, how are you going to help take care of your loved one? You can't. You have to take care of yourself. So that's basically what I can say to people. You have to meet them where they are. You cannot take your frustration out on that person, because what that's going to do is in turn make it worse. You're going to escalate them, and that's you. If you have a person who escalates, who's dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia, they're already frustrated. And if you frustrate them even more, it's not a good situation for you or that individual. Ask for help, and just know that there's help out there for you.